Hey girlfriends!
And the Mando Sugar.
Welcome back.
Today we're doing something a bit different. We've done it before, but we thought you guys need a refresher. We need to remind you who we are.
Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah.
So we're doing get to know us
again.
Again, maybe on a deeper level. Different sides of us that you may not know. Yeah, and we're gonna start off with Tommy because she has no energy.
I was really hoping that you would be like, you take it away.
No, I'm gonna start off with the baby of the group.
The baby. Wow, you guys are mean. You people are mean when you're tired.
Alright, okay. Give us a few bullet points about yourself and what you do outside of recording AllAboutGrlFrnds. Yeah, you know
if someone said, tell me some things about you for £1 million.
Oh wow, what, £1 million? Anyways, and I'll be doing the whole book. But in real life, you're supposed to have 3 summaries about yourself. One about who you are, one about like your career and what you can do or how you do it, and then something else.
Trust Ash to
it's a self-development thing.
Up.
You need to have 3 summaries about yourself in life.
This is not cultivate HR.
No. You can.
No, but I have heard that.
Yeah,
because you don't know who you're gonna meet in life.
And whenever you're networking or chit chatting, those 3 things will help you through your discussions.
You should be able to spitball it like.
Yeah. Like
okay.
who you
do you
are.
want to?
No,
yeah.
We said we're going.
I'm still cultivating mine. I'm still creating it.
For real.
Who I am.
Hey guys, I'm Tommy, the fashionista, the stylish one. I'm a content creator. I do all things fashion, all things beauty, all things enjoyment. By day, I'm a project manager.
No.
I'm also a free.
By night.
By night,
work.
Zipping and doing it.
Pour it up. Work.
No.
I don't do none of that. By night, I'm a child of God. But I'm also a freelance hairstylist. I specialise in bridal hair, wigs, weaves, anything laid, as you can see. That's what I do. I'm also my family PA, the organised one. So generally, what I say goes, because I know what I'm saying. So they tend to listen to me. What else do I do? I think that's it in a nutshell.
How do you manage all of these things with your day-to-day? And it seems like you have a very busy, hectic schedule.
I do.
So how do you manage it, and what advice?
Barely.
I'm surviving. Holding on by the thread.
Literally holding on by a thread at this point. But I'm naturally quite an organised person, so yeah, for the most part it comes to me naturally. But really basic things like remembering things, being able to pick something up, drop it, stop and start easily, do one task, multitask definitely, and just be on the ball. A lot of critical thinking, common sense. Yeah. Project management is a lot of just like common sense and being able to be logical and reactive to things.
Okay. What advice would you give to somebody that's trying to get into project management?
Just do it. Get it.
Stop all the long talk.
Yeah.
Try and put yourself forward. You have to pay your dues, so don't be expecting you're just gonna apply for that job and they'll just give it to you. And you have to start by offering and saying, "Oh, I can do this. I don't mind picking this up." Or if there's no space for that, just be like, "Would you mind if I shadowed you?" So get that experience first. Show your willingness. Show initiative. Show what you can add to whatever's happening. Value addition is everything.
Yeah.
And then take it from there. Once you can get some on-the-job experience, go and get that qualification. I know some people say it doesn't matter. It does. It helps. And then after that, talk a good game.
What qualification do you have?
Prince 2. Foundation and practitioner.
Oh.
Don't get it twisted.
Okay, girl.
How long did it take you to obtain that?
5 days.
Fast course. What's it called when you do a first?
Because I did the in class 1, and honestly, if you want to do it, just
take those 5 days off and then go and do that course.
Take that annual leave and do what you have to do.
Calling sick.
I'm sick.
We don't advise you to do that.
I don't even know what that is. Say fetch.
And do you know what? If you are currently working in a decent place, proposition your company to pay for the course for you. If you don't ask, you don't get, so ask.
Agreed. Closed mouth. Don't get fed.
And that's it from me.
Okay. That's Tommy. Okay, Tosin. Would you like to tell us a bit about yourself? My love.
What can I say? I'm an event
Intercontinental, no, monumental.
I'm really tired right now. So let me think. I'm an event project manager. I'm a travel and self-care content creator. I used to be a wedding planner. I used to have my own wedding planning company. I scrapped that when the pandemic happened because I was so frustrated with life. And then I realised I don't want to do weddings anymore because it's just too much. The families are just too demanding and I don't care enough.
Fair enough. So would you coordinate mine or Tommy's wedding?
Yeah, coordination, I don't mind doing it. But
no.
I'm not doing trads.
Okay.
No. I won't do trads. No. It's not worth the stress. I got a shea butter business.
Oh yes!
So
my god, Skin and Nature.
Yeah, Skin and Nature. I make organic shea butter, handmade, bespoke. So yeah, you can have your own essential oils, blah blah blah, whatever.
I remember using that when I was pregnant. I had the whipped cream.
Yeah, so soft.
Yeah. What did you add in there? I was literally like, I ticked everything.
Yeah, I
think you were like, why have you added every type of oil?
Yeah, I was just like, maybe 2. Started that up during the pandemic. That kind of kept me afloat, actually. Not that I was spending a lot of money in the pandemic.
Yeah, and you would actually get it from Ghana, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Ghana and Nigeria. So that's that. I used to do hair, braiding. I don't know, I might get back into it, but I actually hate braiding hair.
Yeah. Why? Takes time.
Yeah.
It's back-breaking fracture.
And your fingers and...
Yeah.
But yeah.
And then we'll talk about why those girls are crazy with the T's and C's.
Yeah.
It comes with a reason.
I was doing single packs for £50 back then.
Yeah.
Now.
You'd be caking it.
I know.
Telling somebody it's 180 or 200 pounds for braids.
Alright.
Maybe I should start doing braids again.
There's a girl that does celebrities braids and she does £1,000 each one.
Yeah, the human hair.
Yeah.
Maybe. Watch this space. That's all about me, really.
Okay. What would you tell your younger self when you were starting all these businesses and kind of venturing out into your own boss?
Don't go into events.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I would tell my younger self that.
Yeah, that was more passionate. That was more like a passion thing.
Yeah, so you could do it as younger Tosin, do it as your passion project, do it as a side hustle. Don't make it your full-time job.
Is this because you did the corporate events rather than the events that you do actually creative events type of thing?
For you to make money in events, you have to get to a certain level. And then when you get to that certain level, it's not about events, it's about sales.
Okay.
And I'm not a salesperson. So event managers, 45k max.
Okay. In any industry, you're just specific?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you get more money if you're in-house. So if you work for Selfridges, John Lewis, Harrods, you'd get more money. But if you work for an events agency, you're not going to get that much. And then when you work for agencies, it's very demanding, extremely demanding. I don't mind working for a PR agency, but an events agency, no. So
But I remember one time that you did say that with PR events, they are not creative.
Yeah.
They're just the basic black and white suits and ties.
Yeah, but if you're getting paid.
Do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Your passion don't pay your bills, essentially. So
It can.
it can do, but yeah. So
Don't.
Don't.
It's paying Yandy.
the drama.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyone else that's starting off in events,
They do it for the money.
yeah, don't go into it thinking you're doing it for the money.
Okay.
Unless you start up your own business, then there's money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. And that was Tosin. Woo!
And now you,
I don't
Miss
even know what to
Asha.
say. Honestly.
What about you? What do you do? Tell the people.
Hi, people. So, I am a HR business partner and I do everything HR related, everything people related. I also, I run a consultancy based on HR. This is the first time that I've had to deal with clients that are not employees. My clients have always been employees and the shareholders and stakeholders. So this time around is completely different because my clients look at me like, you are the one that's supposed to bring me money or solve the problems. And like, I'm used to doing it from a strategic point with a group rather than one-to-one where I'm giving you the ideas of what to do.
And the pressure isn't just on you.
Yeah. I've never had to look at it that way. It's always been with a team. We come together as a business. We work it out, and we look at what we need to change, etc. Whereas now it's just it's a different ball game because I'm literally dealing with people's money, like physically, and
make or break.
Exactly. And I think that's really tough. But it's also teaching me a lot of things about myself, and it's stretching me in areas that I never thought I could thrive in. But what else do I do, guys?
I thought you were a brand strategist.
Oh yes! Get into it, crack it. So I've also been tapping into a lot of things that I never thought I would be into.
Your more creative side.
Yeah, the creative side that I never thought was there.
Because this goes corporate from head to
toe. Like I
Lives
don't know how
and
to
breathes.
act. Yeah. Like I do not know how to act different, if that makes sense.
Non-corporate.
Yeah, I don't know how to act non-corporate. It's so crazy because I was having a chat with Tosin and she said, maybe sometimes your tone is too HR-y. And I was like, what the hell does that mean? And I was just like, oh, but I thought I'm just a human being. Like, I don't know how to separate work and jaye. Like, it's okay. You could just have fun and be normal. But yeah. So anyways, I say this to say this, but the whole point of it is I'm now in different waters. I'm testing different waters. So I'm into brand strategizing. Being around the girls is actually helping so much just in terms of what you wear, color-wise, body-wise, coordination-wise.
What appeals to different people.
Yes, it really is. Like what makes an outfit, what hair goes with what accessories will go with what. So it's really helping because I also have a client who is in the creative industry and I'm helping them from a HR perspective of who to hire, what type of help they need, what type of strategy they kind of need to kind of align themselves with, the business goals, and they are growing rapidly, so they're scaling up and they need more people and they don't know how to deal with people. They've only ever dealt with like manufacturing and stuff.
Right.
So I'm coming in from an angle of, okay, well, this is what the people want, or this is how you need to do it, or this is how you need to build your team. And that's that's where I come as an expert type of thing. But then because I've never understood the creative side, I am now learning how that side of the rough sides work. If that makes sense. I'm so used to
rough side.
I am so used to
girl.
processes.
Yeah.
That when something is not processed, it's like, how are you even managing? But it's like, actually, that's how
more
it
free
starts.
flow.
It's free flow.
Not structured.
You could wake up on days. There are days where I'm literally just like, this isn't my non-working day. And I'd get a call from a client. And I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you just calling me randomly? And he's like, I've got an idea. And I'm like, okay, put it on paper or send it in an email. I was like, no, I want to talk through it.
Yeah, but that's how creatives work though.
They're crazy. creatives are crazy.
We're not crazy.
Yeah, it literally is like I could just wake up one day and I'm just like, I want to do this, I want to do that, and I'm like, yeah, but your employees and the working hours and the shoot and it just doesn't make any sense. It might not work, but you can't tell them it might not work. You literally have to give them the sure.
Yeah, we'll
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead with it, and we'll see how it goes. As long as it makes you money and makes you happy, that's all that matters. But yeah, so I'm definitely learning new ways of working and adapting to new ways of, I don't know, like you mentioned with project management, you just kind of have to take in the crazy and just kind of deal with it.
Makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, and it's just like, because I've never done that before, I've always had a process for everything. Yeah, it's a bit different, but we're working through it, and I'm aiming to get more clients, be around different people, not be too corporate, and be a bit more free flowy. Don't know how that's gonna work out, but anyways, yeah, that's me in a nutshell. Do you guys have any questions for me?
No, this is not a webinar.
See where she's going with the corporate. But I think it's so interesting that we're all so kind of different. So you're definitely a corporate babe.
Yeah.
By nature. I'm definitely a creative babe by nature, forced into the corporate world. And I feel like she's half and half. Like she's quite fluid.
Both. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's very, very, very interesting. Yeah.
And we have literally all tried different things in our lives, and we still are venturing out into, we would like to try this, we'd like to try that. The world's literally our oyster, and we are powerhouses. We can do as much as we want to do, and this life is ours. We take control of it. And I'd say if there's any advice I would give out to people is celebrate the small wins that you make or create in whatever it is that you're doing.
It's very hard.
It's so hard.
Especially in the creative space.
Yeah, but what I say is, as long as somebody has liked, clicked, shared, bought, if somebody buys one item from me or one thing from me, I'm Jeff Bezos. Baby.
I hear it because I saw something where it's like, obviously people get demotivated, especially if you're like a content creator, like the views are low, the engagement's low, the reach is low. People just like, if 100 people have viewed your things, that's equivalent to 100 people watching you in a room. How would you would be nervous to speak to 100 people?
Even 50, if you get 50 likes, that's
200, that's 200 people. You know, that's a lot.
200 customers.
Yeah, so it's hard to, being a creative, I think is quite hard, especially in the social media space. It can be very demoralizing, demotivating.
It's a slow burner. It's like a slow mill.
You have to be consistent. You have to stick at it, and it's always good to have people in your corner that will motivate you, uplift you, because it's hard to keep on going forward. It's hard to keep on pushing, but you don't really see the results you want when you're putting in the work.
What did you say about 10 years to make an overnight success or something like that?
But and also another thing, don't be scared to try something new, start the business, venture into something else. Like you won't know until you try.
You have to keep going.
You
have to keep going. You have to keep trying different things, because like I said, you only have one life. Imagine you're sat down with your grandchildren and they're like, what did you do or throughout your life, how, and you're literally like, oh, I just worked a 9 to 5 and then that was it. Rather than I started this, I tried that, I did a...
True.
Yeah. I'm going to say to my grandkids, I was working, I did my degree, went into work, I did my master's whilst I was working. And then I did 9 to 5 in the office and then finished my 9 to 5, walked into university, did my 5 to 9 at night. Did my master's, came back home, slept, and then moved on. And then, like Tommy said, get work to try and pay for it. My workplace paid for my master's. I didn't have to pay for it myself. Even though they got me in there for 7 years.
But you gotta thank them for that.
T's and C's, love them for that, because they paid for that, so I'm grateful. There are other companies that when you do get to kind of negotiate your pay or your benefits, you can add something small in there and actually say, you know what, happy with the salary, etc., but can you guys do something for my L&D, my personal development?
What's L&D?
Learning and development.
I knew that.
Your learning and development. Yeah, you could literally say, there's a course that I've seen that I'd like to get into after I pass my probation. it's about £200 to £300 or 1,000, 2,000, and then once they see that you are good for it and you're going to bring value from whatever you're learning out there and bring it back into the business, they'll go for it. So yeah.
On another note, side note, do you guys like my nails?
Oh,
As a creative, no.
I
want to say as a creative, I'm a DIY babe.
Did you do it yourself?
So this is Be Art Nails.
Nice.
Yeah, they're press-ons. Really sweet.
No way. What do you use to get them to actually stick on properly and not fall off?
Nail glue.
Do you put them under anything, or is it just the nail glue and that's it?
Just a nail glue. But I use builder gel on top and then on top coat. But I don't put my hand in the machine.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I put it. It's on a strip, so I do it on the strip and then put the strip in, and then I just pop them off and glue them on.
Okay, that's good to know.
I'm telling you, I'm a DIY babe, so I do my hands myself.
Self-invest.
And then I used to do my hair myself, but I've saved a lot of money since I was 15. It's okay. So now I pay someone to do my hair.
We love that. Treat yourself.
Yeah.
So you've learnt some things new about us today.
You have indeed. If you have any questions, feel free to like, comment, share.
That's another thing, yeah. There are people be losing their jobs because they do content creating
on the side. As long as it's not affecting your contract, your T's and C's, you should be okay.
Sometimes it's in your contract. You can't have another job.
Yeah, but you need to read your contracts. I'm hoping you're reading your... After a certain age, I'm hoping you're reading your contracts. If you're not reading your contracts, get somebody else to read it for you. Get a friend to read it for you. It's okay.
Or hire her.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
By law, I actually can look at your contract or your papers or whatever and not expose it to anybody because I'm not allowed to. That will be very unprofessional and really nasty. So just, get someone to read your contracts. Get someone to read your packages. It's okay. Sometimes you just want to get the job and do the interview and just be done.
I hear it.
And just start.
Times be hard now.
Yeah, there are people out there that can help you with that, aka me. Yeah, have a look.
So be careful what you put online. But if you want to know more about what we do or a bit more insight, or if you want us to give more information, let us know in the comments. Let us know. Make sure you like, share, comment, and most importantly, subscribe. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, we are cheaper than therapy and we're better than the job boards out there. So
so until the next video, ciao.
Bye.